It's a bit difficult for me to have a presentation about metaverse because it's I'm not very familiar with this topic. I read about it and I gathered some information, and even in our site LELB Society, there is a good reading about metaverse. I also read it. First thing is, what is the metaverse? I think it's a good question. What is the metaverse? Metaverse is currently a major word in the world of technology, business, and finance. And like other all buzzword, its definition it's a little bit complicated and fuzzy, and it's may shaped by the ambitions of people using it. It's a combination of multiple elements of technology, including virtual reality, augmented reality, and videos, where users live within a digital universe. Supporter of metaverse describe it as working, playing, staying connected with friends through everything, connecting with our friends through everything from concerts and conferences to virtual trip around the world. One thing that I must say is that this term was coined by Neil Stephenson in 1992 in his novel. The novel was Snow Crash, and it described a virtual world in wide use in his imagined future, a 21st century dystopia. In Snow Crash, the metaverse is a virtual reality world depicted as a market where virtual real estate can be bought and sold, and also in that where Google wearing or smart glasses users inhabit 3D avatars. In the broadest terms, the metaverse is a graphically rich virtual space. As I mentioned, people can work, play, shop, socialize, or in other words, do the things human being likes to do together in real life. Metaverse proponents usually focus on the concepts of presence, and it means that feeling like you are really there or feeling like other people are really there with you. This version of metaverse that already exists in the form of video games. I means that this version of metaverse that we already have exists in the form of video games, like in PS5, for example. It looks to the past and to the new technologies of internet and the smartphone. That means that it may be a substitute for the smartphone or internet in future. An influential capitalist named Matthew Ball, who has written about metaverse, describe it as a sort of successor state of mobile internet. It described it as a sort of successor to the mobile internet. And Mark Zuckerberg named the company Facebook Meta and said the metaverse would be its focus. And I also want to mention some weak point about metaverse. A journalist named Franklin Foer writes in Word Without Mind and mentioned it provides the basis for invisible discrimination. It means that it may be used to influence our choices. And also, the data collected in 3D world could be even more dangerous. I mean that a virtual platform might rely on users having high quality cameras and microphones